guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I'm your host Bastion. This is Nintendo news, not in my library for once. I thought I'd change up the scenery a little bit, but anyways, let's get to that news. First of all, if you were one of those unfortunate fellows who didn't get a chance to pre-order the Switch, you're in luck. It turns out that both Walmart and Best Buy will have consoles on hand for people who are just walk-ins. Of course, supply is limited, so if you're hoping to forego the whole midnight release thing, I'd strongly advise you not to do that. If you want to get a Switch on day one, you're probably going to have to go to the midnight release. Of course, if you live in the Netherlands, you will know that one retailer has already started selling the Switch days ahead of time. 3 days ahead of time. Whoops. I guess some retailers out there don't understand how serious street dates are, and that Nintendo is definitely going to fine them for having sold it early. Our next story is about the fact that some Dataminers who already have a copy of Breath of the Wild have hacked into that data and have supposedly uncovered something that's kind of interesting, which is data from 3 more Zelda 30th Anniversary AMIIBO that have not yet been announced, which is interesting. So apparently at some later time, Nintendo is going to announce these additional 3 AMIIBO, and that they will have their own individual specific use in Breath of the Wild. If you want to read more about that, there is a link down there for you. Our next story is about the fact that Mr. AONUMA, in a recent interview, talks about the old man scene in there, and those who have played the original Zelda game for the NES were wondering, is this the same guy? And Mr. AONUMA has squashed that theory and said, no, it is a different guy. Because honestly, up until he confirmed that, I still thought that there was a possibility that Breath of the Wild was either like a remake of the original Legend of Zelda, or it took place concurrently with the original Legend of Zelda, but on a different timeline or something. Apparently that's not the case at all. It's a different guy. If you want to read more about Mr. AONUMA's interview regarding that, there's a link there for you. And with the Switch and Breath of the Wild just 1 day away, I think, at the point this video will probably come out on Thursday, I think. So the following day is Friday, the release of Breath of the Wild and the Switch. Reviews for Breath of the Wild are coming in, and they are great. GamePro has given it their second highest score they've ever given to any game ever. Strangely enough, Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5 or something got a slightly better score, which baffles me. I have never been interested in Grand Theft Auto whatsoever. I have looked at it and thought, that is not a game for me. This is specifically GamePro Germany. I don't know if GamePro North America or whatever gave it a similar score. But FAMITSU gave it a perfect score, 10 out of 10. Or rather, I guess their scoring scale is 40, so a 40 out of 40. But whatever it is, a perfect score. I couldn't possibly be more hyped, and yet somehow I am. But anyways, that's it for this episode. Tomorrow is the release of the Switch and Breath of the Wild, and I'll have another news video out, but it's just going to be some stuff that has already been known for the past couple of days. It's going to be considered old news because there's just been so much stuff coming out that I haven't had a chance to shove it all into one video. But anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Hope you get your Switch and your Breath of the Wild copy. I know I will be playing mine probably all day Friday and all day Saturday and possibly all day Sunday, and we'll see what happens if I go to work or not on Monday. Of course, I'm going to work. If my boss is watching this, I'll be at work, but I will have my Switch with me. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.